You know, it is like incredibly frustrating. You land on a website and that little chat bubble pops up in the corner acting like it's your best friend.
Oh, I know exactly where you're going with this.
Right. It says something super cheerful, but then the second you ask an actual, nuanced question, you instantly realize you're talking to a really awful software package.
It is the absolute worst. You ask about, say, a specific product feature, and it gives you that generic, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Here's a link to our FAQ page.
Exactly.
Stick around, because today we completely flip that dynamic. We introduce you to an AI agent that actually listens, understands what you're asking, gives you an accurate, satisfying answer, and turns everyday customer questions into real business intelligence.
Welcome to Trevera's AI Deep Dive podcast, hosted by Chip and Nova, our AI co-hosts. Together, they transform top marketing insights from our blogs, articles, and events into actionable strategies you can use. Ready to dive in? Let's get started.
Welcome, everybody, to the Trevera Deep Dive podcast. I'm Chip.
And I'm Nova.
And today, we have something really special for you. We are diving into some brand new wisdom. It's a blog post from our website.
Yeah, the post is incredibly insightful.
It really is. But we aren't just summarizing an article today. We are sharing our team's actual on-the-ground experience building custom AI solutions.
That's right, Chip. Today's mission is all about exploring Team Trevera's newly launched AI agent. Her name is Milo, and we built her specifically for our longtime client, Milorganite.
And we are going to look at why the future of artificial intelligence in business is all about deep strategic integration.
Definitely. Not those cheap off-the-shelf parlor tricks that just, frustrate your customers.
So to really understand why Milo is such a massive leap forward, we have to set the stage with who Milorganite actually is. Nova, this isn't some flash-in-the-pan tech startup trying to hack growth, right?
Oh, far from it. Milorganite is a true legacy brand. I mean, they are a beloved 100-year-old Wisconsin original.
100 years?
Yeah, the product itself was created by the MMSD, that's the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District. And if you know anyone who takes serious pride in their lawn, whether it's, a homeowner trying to get the greenest grass on the block, a professional landscaper, or even a golf course groundskeeper, they know Milorganite.
Oh, for sure. It is that famous slow-release nitrogen fertilizer in the very familiar bag. It has this fiercely loyal following and a distinctly Milwaukee story.
It really does.
And here is where it gets really interesting for us at Team Trevera, because this is not a new relationship where they just randomly hired us to build a bot.
No, not at all.
Milorganite has been our client for a decade.
Wow.
We've handled their SEO, their web accessibility, their content updates, and all their digital improvements. So when the AI boom took off over the last couple of years, we didn't just rush in blindly to capitalize on a trend.
The blog makes this exact point very clear. This wasn't a case of Team Trevera chasing the latest shiny AI object just to say, hey, we did it. It was the next logical step in a decade-long relationship, really helping a legacy brand adapt to how consumer digital behavior is fundamentally shifting right now.
People want immediate answers now.
Exactly. Conversational answers. They don't want to dig through drop-down menus anymore.
But Nova, let me play devil's advocate for a second here. Because right now there is this massive, chaotic AI rush.
Oh, yeah.
And if I'm a business owner, it is incredibly tempting to just go online, buy a cheap off-the-shelf chatbot subscription for $20 a month and just slap it on my homepage.
Oh, I see that all the time.
You know the pitch for these companies? Just upload your PDFs and launch your bot in 5 minutes.
It sounds so easy.
It feels like a quick win.
But historically, it reminds me of those infuriating automated phone menus we've dealt with for years. You know, the ones, press 1 for sales, press 2 to repeat this awful menu, press 3 to scream into the void.
Yes. It is basically the modern digital equivalent of that terrible phone tree.
Yeah.
And that is exactly the trap our team guided Milorganite away from.
Thank goodness. Because those basic decision tree bots, or even the really cheap wrapper AIs, they only answer what they're strictly programmed to recognize. They just look for keywords.
And if they don't see the keyword?
If a customer asks a question in an unexpected way, or, heaven forbid, asks a complex follow-up question, the entire experience shatters.
Right.
A genuinely useful AI agent has to understand human intent. It has to grasp context, the actual content it's pulling from, and even the user's tone. I mean, are they just curious, or are they a frustrated customer dealing with a lawn issue?
A basic bot cannot read the room.
Exactly, Chip. A basic bot is oblivious.
Which brings us to the launch. Yeah. On May 28, 2026, Team Trevera officially deployed Milo.
A huge day for our team.
Huge day. And Milo is bespoke. It is a custom-built AI agent living right there on Milorganite.com. But if we're being honest about AI, Nova, the elephant in the room, and everyone listening to this has experienced it at some point, is the hallucination problem.
Oh, the hallucinations, yes. The risk for a real-world brand is just immense.
It's terrifying.
Right, because if you are playing around with ChatGPT at home and it makes up a fake historical fact, it's a funny quirk, you laugh it off.
Right, it's a meme.
But if you are a 100-year-old agricultural brand, you cannot have an AI giving confident but entirely fabricated advice about chemical application rates or local laws. A massive liability.
So how do we actually stop that? Because at a fundamental level, these large language models are essentially just giant prediction engines, right? They're just guessing the most likely next word.
Pretty much.
So how do we put guardrails on a system that is fundamentally designed to guess?
That is where our team's engineering comes in. We built Milo with incredibly strict anti-fabrication guardrails.
Okay.
We used a method that essentially puts the AI in a walled garden. Instead of letting Milo search the entire internet to guess an answer, we restrict Milo's brain to a source knowledge base that, while massive, is closed.
A closed ecosystem.
Exactly. Milo only uses Trevera and Milorganite approved content. If the answer isn't in those specific documents, manuals, and approved website pages, Milo is literally programmed to say it doesn't know, rather than guess.
Wow. And it's not just about getting, the fertilizer application rate right. It's about navigating some pretty complex legal landscapes.
Yes, local laws and state regulations are a perfect example of why those guardrails matter so much. Take phosphorus, for instance. There are strict phosphorus application restrictions in states like Michigan and Maryland to protect their waterways.
Which makes sense.
Right. And Milo is programmed to know that. Milo also knows that Milorganite cannot be sold in Connecticut or Maine because of specific PFAS legislation.
Let's pause there because I want to make sure you, the listener, understand the stakes here. PFAS are those forever chemicals we always hear about in the news, right?
Right, exactly. They are a group of synthetic chemicals that just don't break down easily in the environment. So naturally, many states are passing strict laws banning products that contain them.
Including certain fertilizers.
Yes. And Milorganite, just by the nature of how it's created by the MMSD, falls under these restrictions in a few very specific states.
So let me paint a picture here.
Yeah.
If I'm a user sitting in my house in Maine, and I go to the website and ask Milo, hey, how much of this stuff should I use on my front lawn this weekend to get it green?
Okay.
Does the AI just cheerfully give me the standard application rate?
No. And that is the brilliance of the custom engineering our team did. Milo checks context.
Right.
If it establishes you are in Maine or asking about Maine, it will not pretend to be a helpful expert giving you advice on applying a product you legally cannot purchase there. It stays completely within its legal boundaries.
That is incredible.
The old mentality was, let's build an AI that can answer anything. That is a terrible goal for a business.
Just asking for trouble.
Our goal with Milo was, let's build an AI that answers the right things accurately, safely, and usefully.
I love that philosophy from Tom. Accuracy and safety over just sounding smart. So let's talk about what the user actually experiences. Let's imagine a user journey instead of just listing off tech features.
Good idea.
Say I land on the site, I start typing a question, or maybe I even use voice to text. The first thing I'm going to notice is how human it feels, right?
Right. We built Milo for natural conversation. That's pillar number 1. It actively adjusts its answer style to match the tone of the user.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you ask a highly technical question about soil pH, it responds with professional, detailed expertise. But if you casually ask for, beginner tips, it's friendly and approachable. It feels like a natural extension of the brand's voice.
That's awesome. But the thing that really blows my mind is how it handles memory.
Oh, the context window.
Yes. Because my biggest pet peeve with standard customer service bots is that they are basically goldfish with amnesia.
Totally.
You tell them your account number, then 2 messages later they ask for your account number again.
That's because standard bots treat every single message as a brand new, isolated event. But our team engineered Milo with multi-turn context.
Pillar number 2.
Exactly. Think of it less like a goldfish and more like a really high-end concierge. It remembers the entire thread of the conversation.
So it doesn't lose the plot.
Never. If you say you live in Wisconsin in your first message, and then 3 messages later you ask, when is the best time of year to apply this?
Right.
Milo remembers you were in Wisconsin and gives you advice tailored to the Midwest climate without you ever having to repeat yourself.
That removes so much friction for the user. And it goes even deeper than just remembering the chat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Milo actually knows what the user's looking at.
Yes. Pillar number 3 is what we call page-aware intelligence. Deep integration means the AI understands its physical environment on the website.
How does that work in practice?
Well, if you are staring at the spreader settings page and you open the chat and say, I'm confused about this, Milo immediately assumes you are struggling with calibrating your lawn spreader.
It doesn't ask confused about what.
Exactly. It frames its answer entirely differently than if you asked that exact same vague question from the general contact us page. It actually anticipates your likely intent based on your digital location.
That is wild. It's reading the situational context. Okay, Nova, I have to geek out for a second on pillar number 5. The custom tools our team built into this.
I knew you were going to bring up the math.
I have to, because we've all used SOAR locators on websites.
Mm-hmm.
And usually a chatbot handles a where to buy question with really lazy math.
Very lazy.
Looks at your zip code, say 53005, and says, oh, 53007 shares the same first 4 numbers. Those stores must be close. And in the case of Brookfield and Butler, they are.
But not always. Like the distance between Brookfield and Belgium, 53006, their zip codes only differ by 1 digit. While they look like they should be practically neighbors, they're actually almost an hour's drive apart.
Exactly. That's because zip codes aren't perfect grids. They are weird, gerrymandered shapes drawn around mail delivery routes.
They are terrible for measuring real physical distance.
Right. So 2 zip codes might look similar mathematically, but physically they might be separated by a massive lake or like a 2-hour drive around a mountain.
Okay.
But our team didn't settle for that. We built Milo to use actual latitude and longitude centroids across 41,488 individual zip codes.
That's a lot of data.
It calculates real physical geographic distance. So when a user asks where to buy a bag, they get a store that is actually a 10-minute drive from their house, not just mathematically similar.
And let's think about the user experience there, Chip. Milorganite is a heavy physical product.
Oh yeah, it is.
You can't just download it. You have to literally drive to a hardware store or a garden center to pick up a 32-pound bag. Real-world proximity is vital to closing that sale.
Absolutely.
But even with all this intelligence, the math, the laws, the memory, Milo knows its limit.
Pillar number 6.
Yes. We built in smart escalation. When a user has a highly specific issue or a complaint that requires a human touch, Milo seamlessly routes that user directly to the right person on the Milorganite team.
Okay, so Milo sounds incredible on the front end. It's polite, it's situationally aware, it does advanced geographic math, and it knows the law.
It's a great conversationalist.
It is. But what Milo does on the back end, what actually happens when that conversation needs to go somewhere else, is where the real magic happens for the business. We're going to dive into the custom dashboard, the ongoing Trivera tuning, and those webhooks we talked about last week, right after this.
Wow, Chip, we're already into Q2. How did that happen?
Right, Nova. And if Q1 taught us anything, it's that things aren't slowing down. AI, search shifts, content demands, analytics, it's a lot to keep up with.
That's exactly why companies trust Trivera. We don't just react to change, we help our clients stay ahead of it. Strong fundamentals, smart strategy, and the right tech, all working together to drive measurable growth, not just activity.
In a world full of noise, it's not about chasing traffic anymore. What matters is results you can see, track, and build on quarter after quarter. It's about building a digital presence that actually performs.
So if Q1 didn't deliver what you expected,
Q2 is your chance to reset and get it right. Visit Trivera.com and start building a strategy that drives real results.
Trivera, 30 years of digital marketing that moves the needle.
Welcome back to Trivera's AI Deep Dive. Now back to our conversation with Chip and Nova.
Welcome back to the Trivera Deep Dive podcast. Before the break, we covered how our team built Milo to interact gracefully with customers on the front end.
It was a lot of great tech.
It was. But the real story for business leaders isn't just that Milo talks well. It's that Milo listens, learns, routes, and generates actionable business intelligence.
And let's connect this directly to last week's deep dive, where we spent a lot of time talking about webhooks.
Yes, Milo is the perfect real-world application of that concept.
For anyone who missed last week, a webhook is essentially a digital tripwire. It's a way for two different computer systems to speak to each other automatically in real time.
I love the restaurant analogy you used.
Yeah, think of it like a restaurant ticket system. The waiter takes your order, and a webhook instantly prints that order back in the kitchen so the chef can start cooking.
Perfect.
So Milo isn't just a talking head. It is an intelligence layer that captures, summarizes, categorizes, and then uses webhooks to deliver that information instantly.
And we have some fantastic real-world evidence from Milo's first launch week.
I loved reading these.
These are not hypotheticals. These are actual user interactions that show how those webhooks instantly route vital signals to the human team at Milorganite. Let's look at the Connecticut visitor.
Right, so a visitor from Connecticut went on the site and asked Milo about using the product on their flowering annuals.
Okay.
Now, Milo fully understood the agricultural question and provided solid advice on how to use it for flowers. But the moment the user's location was established as Connecticut, Milo seamlessly pivoted and explained that, unfortunately, the product isn't currently sold in Connecticut due to the state's specific PFAS legislation we talked about earlier.
It didn't just give the user a frustrating dead end, though. It provided the actual why.
Exactly, and that matters.
Next, we had a Pennsylvania user. And this interactionship really highlights the trust-building aspect of what our team engineered.
I agree.
A user in PA described having a dead gray zoysia lawn and asked Milo if they should apply lime and Milorganite to fix it.
Now, a dumb bot programmed to just sell product would say, yes, buy 5 bags right now, here's a coupon.
Exactly the opposite happened. Instead of blindly pushing a sale, Milo provided state-specific guidance, but then actually recommended that the user get a proper soil test done through the Penn State Extension program before applying anything.
That is amazing.
Right. It recognized that fertilizer is not a magic wand for a dead lawn and gave the user genuine, expert advice.
I think about the psychology of that interaction. If a brand tells me, hey, don't buy our stuff yet, go test your soil first so you don't waste your money,
You'll trust them forever.
they have earned my loyalty for life, period.
Then we had the user from the 53005 zip code. This is where our advanced latitude and longitude math kicked in.
Oh, the centroid math in action.
Yes. Milo instantly provided them with one exact store match and several nearby retailers using that precise geographic logic. It made the path to purchase incredibly smooth. No guessing, no bad directions.
But this last example is my absolute favorite, the Ohio dealer.
Oh, the B2B lead.
Yes. A dealer in Southwest Ohio asked Milo about the cost of a commercial skid of the product. Now, let me push back on this one, Nova.
Go for it.
Because usually spotting a big B2B deal requires a human salesperson who can read between the lines, you know. How did the AI handle this?
Milo instantly recognized the context. It knew this wasn't just a homeowner asking about their backyard tomato plants. A commercial skid is a specific bulk order.
Right.
Milo recognized it as a major business-to-business sales lead. Milo smoothly explained that commercial pricing is handled through regional distributors and instantly provided the user with the correct regional distributor contacts to make that purchase.
So let's translate all of this out of tech speak. What does this actually mean for the brand?
It's massive.
These are not just basic FAQ questions. That interaction in Connecticut was navigating a tricky regulatory issue safely.
Huge liability avoided.
Right. The interaction in Pennsylvania was a masterclass in building brand trust. The Wisconsin user was a direct retail conversion. And the Ohio dealer was a massive B2B sales lead.
And because of the webhooks our team set up, every single one of these interactions was summarized, categorized, and automatically routed to the exact right human on the Milorganite team.
Nothing slipped through the cracks.
Which brings us to the final and perhaps most important phase of the project, the dashboard and Trevera's philosophy on continuous improvement.
Let's talk about that dashboard.
Team Trevera built a custom, secure dashboard specifically for the MMSD marketing team. This allows them to log in and review flagged conversations daily.
So they have full visibility.
Complete visibility. They can see exactly what visitors are asking in real time, which website pages are driving the most chat engagement, and critically, which conversations triggered an escalation to a human.
This is where our core philosophy on technology really shines. And AI does not just get smarter on its own in a vacuum. It gets smarter because humans are deeply involved in the loop.
Absolutely.
The MMSD team reviews these conversation logs, and the insights they gather inform how Team Trevera goes back in to adjust Milo's prompts, tweak its behavioral guardrails, and refine its escalation logic.
Like this example, the Milorganite team flagged a conversation from a visitor who came in already frustrated because they weren't happy with the response they'd gotten by email. Milo tried to help figure out what went wrong, which is exactly what it was designed to do. But the moment the visitor realized Milo was an AI agent, they basically said, "I'm not chatting with a bot," and left angry.
Right. And that's a great example of where the technically correct response is not the emotionally correct response.
Exactly. So we adjusted Milo's behavior. Now, when someone shows that level of frustration or resistance to AI, Milo doesn't try to win them back with more chat. She gives a short, empathetic response, basically, "I get it," and immediately provides the call center number where a real live human will pick up.
And only after that does Milo offer the option to leave contact information for a personal follow-up from someone on the team.
Because in that moment, the goal isn't to prove the AI can help. The goal is to get the visitor to the kind of help they're actually willing to accept.
And we made sure that Milo now understands that too.
And this highlights Trevera's fundamental stance on digital strategy. We have a very strict anti-dump philosophy.
Anti-dump?
Yeah, we do not do it and dump digital work. We don't just hand you a piece of software, wish you luck, and walk away. We embed ourselves. We learn the client's business from the inside out, and we work alongside them through every single digital evolution. We did it when search engine optimization was the new frontier. We did it with email marketing. We did it with social media. And now we're doing it with AI.
We stay in the room. We don't just launch. We optimize.
Exact.
And that leads to a profound challenge. A question we'll pose to you, our listener.
What customer conversations are you missing, mishandling, or failing to learn from?
Wow.
Think about your own website right now. If you are just using an off-the-shelf bot, or worse, if you have no conversational layer at all, you are losing massive amounts of data and opportunity every single day.
It's just vanishing into the void.
Exactly. AI is not here to replace human judgment or human connection. It is here to extend it.
Extending human judgment. That is a great way to put it. That is exactly what Team Trevera built for Milorganite, and we really want you to experience it for yourself.
Go try it out.
Hey, Milo, why don't you tell our listeners how to do that?
Hey guys, yes, go directly to milorganite.com. Find the chat feature in the lower right corner of the page and test me out. Ask me your own questions, see how natural the conversation flows, and really try to test those geographic and legal guardrails Chip and Nova talked about.
See what a custom-built AI actually feels like in action. It's so cool.
And if you are listening to this and realizing that your current setup is falling short, if you want to put this exact kind of expertise to use for your own digital marketing in your daily operations, reach out to us.
Yes, come talk to Team Trevera. Let them help you build living AI systems that actually listen to your customers, learn from them, route vital information, and create real, measurable value for your business.
Absolutely. Well, that wraps up our deep dive for today. If you found this helpful, you can read our original blog in the show notes. The link is right there for you.
And a quick reminder that the Trevera Deep Dive podcast is available everywhere you get your audio on iHeart, Spotify, Apple, and all major platforms.
So please download, subscribe, and share this with anyone who you think needs to upgrade their AI strategy. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Trevera Deep Dive podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us on Trevera's AI Deep Dive with Chip and Nova. If you enjoyed this episode, you can find more and stay up to date with new episodes wherever you listen to podcasts, or find them on our website and our social media channels. And don't forget to visit us at Trevera.com to learn how we can help take your marketing to the next level. Ready to talk? Reach out. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time.